Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL.
This is sportsden. Oh, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. Denny Thompson just entered. I thought he had so much fun in Indianapolis that he wasn't coming back. But the sportsden brought to you by thehumidor.com. Type in sportsden at checkout for 20% off. Just go. Smoke cigars or not, great gift to give somebody is to give them the gift of smokes. It always works. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, you need to get there before they sell out. Important weekend coming up, Memorial Day. So, they're going to, well, I say sell out. They're not going to sell out. They got plenty. But I'm trying to encourage people to move expeditiously.
Do we have Monday off?
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah, Memorial Day.
Is it on, have they sent the schedule?
I'm looking right now.
I'm telling you right now, we have Monday off.
Dang, why do you say it like that?
No, because
it doesn't even go that far.
No, because if you think about back in the golden days of sportsden, we used to have to come in early Monday because they gave all the shows off.
The real shows.
So yeah, we had to come in.
Wouldn't that mean we still have to work?
No, because now we're considered part of the
lineup. Now you have to work at noon.
Now we're considered part of the lineup. That was back when we were doing the Saturday shows. Remember?
Because what you just described sounds like, oh, okay, everybody is off, and now we got to do the Breakfast Club and the Lunch Bunch, both of them.
No, I don't think so.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, the schedule comes out tomorrow, but I think we are off.
Yeah,
next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, dude, everybody's been people don't pay attention to us. They listen,
okay,
but they don't pay attention.
We've been on the same time for a few weeks in a row, so that's good.
Yeah, it has been, which means we're about to have a curveball thrown to us.
Right. We'll be on at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. Tuesday. But I was gonna say, people did not pay attention to you on Wednesday about what was going on in your life.
Oh.
And then nor did they pay attention to me on Thursday about why you weren't here. So
somebody texted me and said that y'all were trying to explain what QB Collective was and y'all called it something about Russia.
No, we called it the Collective.
The Collective. And you were with your comrades.
I said it sounded like the Soviet Union.
You were
the Collective.
We'll get to that.
It's like the quarterback Illuminati. That's what we were saying.
Actually, we'll get to that a little bit later because it is kind of dope.
You share quarterbacks. There's communism in quarterbacks.
There's a lot of truth to that.
See?
Yeah.
JJ, see,
I was just putting the words together,
Yeah. No, there's a lot of truth to that. But Indianapolis is dope, man.
I told you when I went up there for the combine.
I just didn't believe it. I didn't you can't.
Did you go to the what's the steakhouse?
St. Elmo's.
You went to St. Elmo's?
Yes, but we went to a better one than St. Elmo's too.
The one that's
Prom 47.
I went to Prom 47 too. That's the one that's all the way up. Is that the one at the top? Yep. I went to Prom 47.
No. No.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, all right.
Yeah. No, Indianapolis as a whole is amazing. And so I got there Thursday, and I'll get into the details of the trip, but Hicken told me something that made so much sense. So if you haven't been to Indianapolis, what Indianapolis's downtown is what everybody should strive for.
Mm-hmm.
It's where everybody goes. There's no parking issues because you don't have to park. You can park outside of city limits and walk around, and before you know it, you've walked 5 or 6 miles, but there's constant entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
What's the Lot J like?
It's continuous. It's and that's where it hit me. It's we're talking about we're talking about Lot J. They have blocks and blocks and blocks and miles of Lot J. It's you would go down one street and you're like, okay, well, I guess we better walk back down that street again. And no, the next one's the same. The next one's the same. And Hicken and I did, I recorded a podcast while I was gone, called in, and we had D Brown.
Okay.
Which was good stuff. But we were talking before, and I was telling him, I was like, man, I didn't know it was like this. And he said this, and it's so true. He's like, what Peyton Manning did for Indianapolis, if Trevor does what he's supposed to do, he'll do for Jacksonville.
I can see it.
And so he said that early on. So I started asking around some of the local guys and stuff like that. And they were like, oh, absolutely. They're like, when Peyton was here, things were buildings going up, things being renovated, all that kind of stuff leading up to that new stadium, which was built, I looked it up at 04, 05, something like that is when it opened.
So you're saying Tebow could be that?
Mm-hmm.
I never said that. dare put that
That's
in my
why they
mouth.
brought him back. That's like the top 5 jerseys.
I mean, between Tebow and Justin Blackman, look, guys. I mean,
wait a minute. Was that Justin Blackman thing real? Or that was just people just
posted
joking?
something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not like the Jags are bringing him in for a workout. He posted on his Instagram like he wants to be coming back, or
bring Justin,
like
bring
that.
Telvin, bring them all back.
But I mean, I don't know about Telvin, but Hick's right. Like Hick's right. If Trevor Lawrence is truly generational, and Trevor Lawrence is truly what everybody, me included, thinks that he is, I mean, is that Jacksonville 20 years from now? Or is Jacksonville, and this was where I was thinking there, because that's really the hub. Like, Indianapolis don't have a beach. You know what I mean? They don't have, like, they've got Carmel, Indiana is amazing. That's just outside of Indianapolis.
Is that where they specialize in Carmel?
No, it's like one of I think it's the 8th richest zip code in the country.
Oh, wow.
Indianapolis has a ton of money because of logistics there. I mean, they have things like that, but they don't have a beach. They don't have you know what I mean? Like, is there too much outside of downtown for downtown to ever be that?
I'm going to level with you, man.
Okay.
There are people who like our beach. And the beach is crowded. But our beach ain't that.
Well,
like, it's not like it's like if something happened downtown, there would be more people. Like, I'd be more apt to go downtown than I would be.
Then why is all the development going to the beach?
Because there's nothing. Because there hasn't been anything for years downtown. Whether it be the First Baptist stuff, whether it be people not just people blocking things like Lot J. There's a lot of the toxicity in the sand, all these different. The dirt. There's a lot of reasons why downtown hasn't been developed, but the bigger one is that the city of Jacksonville, the people, have not done anything with it. Indianapolis, with this guy, like with a person, like a lightning rod, had people and legislators and politicians and business developers that really wanted to put something there. Like, same thing with Cleveland. Like, you can, like, Cleveland Cleveland's always been a big city, but Cleveland, when LeBron came, they talked about like how everything was built up. They remember the 30 for 30 and how sad it was. But then when he comes back, everything's
that's true.
Back hot. They got us because that's why the casino went down there.
But are there? And I don't know. I've never been to these places. Like, if 20 years ago Jack's Beach was a dump, now it's not. Now it's. I mean, it is what it is. There's a ton of commerce
somebody
there.
with vision to do it. The better example is Charlotte. There has been nobody in Charlotte of any magnitude that's close to these guys. You can say Cam Newton, but Cam Newton wasn't even that big of a guy. Downtown Charlotte is lit. It's lit because people wanted to make it lit.
Bro, would you?
But I think with Trevor, like, if Trevor, well, it will make it like. But you still have to have. And I'm not bashing it because they raise good points. I'm not mad at them. But you can't have every time somebody wants to have a big deal come to downtown, we have op-eds and we're bashed. Like, we're not even talking about the potential for how many people actually want this to be a big city. So, I mean, those are the things, and I'm sure other cities had that, but enough people didn't care enough to really to push it forward.
Would you agree with me? Like, there's Charlotte. Charlotte is nice. I think Indianapolis is like on a whole other level. Like, Indianapolis has more of like a Nashville feel with how much they've done.
And I haven't been in Nashville in almost in a minute. I haven't been in Nashville in like 17 years. When I went, I had a boss. They'll talk about the
but it's similar.
Pantry.
You know what I mean?
But I do see what you're saying. See, when I went to Charlotte, I stayed in a high rise for the ACC championship. I got a chance to go to whatever they call the area where all the restaurants that turn into clubs.
Right.
Was it Epicenter or something? Anyways, whatever it's called. Like, I saw that, the different shops and things like that. Indy was just really cold, so I had a ball, but I still didn't get a chance to walk it like you were, like you're saying. Like, everything, my walks were like,
get me out of here.
Get me out of here. But everything was like right around the corner from each other, so it was still fun. It just was different. So, like, I think to go to your point, to what Jacksonville does have, even though I wouldn't want to fall into it. You have a river that you can really promote
optics.
Like, you could promote. And I went to the Strand when it first was being built, and I remember making a comment for my then girlfriend at the time. Like they took me to the top one, and I was like, man, you know how much action I can get from this window right here, like just overlooking it. I got popped in the back of the head, but that would be cool seeing that. And the beach is another alternative because it's 20 minutes away. It's just it can be better. It just really has to have people who are ready for Jacksonville to not be the largest small town in America.
That's true.
They're ready for it to actually become something. But I come from a city that's got similar issues. Like Tallahassee is in its own way. For what it's for football season with two major universities, for the legislators to be there for a significant amount of the time in the year. They don't want to get rid of them canopy roads. They don't want to get rid of some of the field. They like you got to decide what you want. Is it business? Is it commerce? Or is it the small town feel?
In Jacksonville, I know what you're talking. In Jacksonville, we're talking about a top 40 market, right?
No, way bigger. What I'm just saying, like people are really holding back.
But like somebody just texted us 678. That makes sense. On the lifetime closure text line said a lot to do in Atlanta as well.
Whoa,
but see, now hold on. Now, when you talk about Atlanta, LA, Houston, Chicago, like that's a whole different ballgame. But you're talking about like Indianapolis, New Orleans, Nashville, Jacksonville are more size-wise.
Right. And again,
comparable.
Atlanta's also a city that's like for us to be able to get to that level, you would have to take Bradford County, really Clay, St. Johns County, and Duval would really have to come together and say, you know what, we're going to call this Jacksonville.
No, that's true. No,
that's
true.
You could go. Then you can start doing like because Atlanta's. What is Atlanta like? I'm visiting my aunt in Atlanta, and she lives in Jonesboro, which is technically an hour from downtown Atlanta. So I'm not in Atlanta. I'm in Jonesboro.
Well, when he texted that, it made sense because I was thinking when we were there, not when I first moved here. You look 15 years ago or 20 years ago or when the Jags got here or whatever it is. People used to always say Jacksonville is headed to Atlanta. Like Jacksonville that's the path. It's not. Jacksonville's got to get to Indy. Jacksonville's got to get to Nashville. Like other cities of like size population, Jacksonville needs to build up and look at other than Atlanta, right? I mean, Tampa is even one that theirs is a little more similar, and that's the one that I wonder because Tampa does have Clearwater, all that nice beach space, and the development has spread out. Like there's 5 or 6 different hot spots in Tampa. There's not just one like downtown Indy. So I just wonder if that's what Jacksonville's going to be.
Tampa is, but then again, Tampa just there's like downtown Tampa, very deliberate with the development of what they've done there. They've got on Friday nights, it's big part. They have the festivals, like the Gasparilla, I believe is the one thing. Like so, it's a lot. It's culture, it's history. They buy into the pirate mess. They do it's a lot of things that are done, but then they've also they've had their protein for a lot longer as well.
Our beach is way better than their beach.
Who?
Clearwater Beach?
Clearwater is clear. The water is
first
clear.
Of all, Clearwater though, you have to like pay. Isn't that the beach where they have like all those things set out? And if you sit on them, you have to go pay.
There's certain private parts of that beach. Yeah, but that's the same thing in Ponte Vedra. Ponte Vedra's got the same thing. There's clubs that
never been there.
You've never been to Ponte Vedra?
Not on the beach.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
I like the.
I like Tampa's beach. I mean, the Gulf is just bluer, cleaner.
Yeah, it's not.
Different.
It's nothing like. It's not our fault that our beach is what it is. It's the location. It's like where.
If our beach was Tampa's beach or Miami's beach, then none of us would be here because we couldn't afford to live here. Like, I mean, it is what it is.
But also, but they also do a better job of other like channel side. It's not the beach. It's whatever that I guess whatever that is. I don't know what they call that, but they've got like food trucks that are just lined up. Like they've created these permanent food trucks that you just go and you hang out. It's within walking distance of like the hockey game. Matter of fact, you can watch the hockey games from there where you're sitting at. It's just things that if somebody tried to do this downtown, like that little where permanent food trucks, we'd have all the homeless people there. We would have some kind of issues. It would be stuff that.
No, you're right.
I like going to Tampa. I was going to Tampa every Tuesday for business stuff, and I was staying at the downtown Hilton, and I could walk to a lot of things that I can do. And there's plenty of hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And they have cigar culture too. So like it's a lot of things that they buy into that like I don't know. Like I know Maxwell houses here, but we don't really have no coffee culture. We got bowl bean, but we ain't got no coffee culture here. Like I don't really know what is. Don't jump me. Just educate me. I don't know what the real Jacksonville culture is besides hearing kids
Mad Dads.
Yeah, besides Mad Dads. That's the only thing that really gets marketed the best.
Yeah. Let's take our first break. When we come back, we will get into we got Dr. Swanson. We got Dr. Swanson a little bit later. It is pretty dope what QB Collective is. So I do want to get into a little bit about that and what we were doing this weekend because I got to hang out with like 30 current NFL coaches all weekend. So some interesting points made, it's just cool to hear their point of view on things. We'll get to all of that coming up next.
Jaguars, Gators, Seminoles. Jacksonville's football station is 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Hi, I'm professional golfer Russell Knox, and when it came time for me to purchase my home, I was looking for professionals to guide me through the buying process, and I chose Exit Real Estate Gallery. The professionals were enjoyable to work with and made all the transactions very easy, and I would definitely recommend using Exit Real Estate Gallery to purchase your home.
Thanks, Russell. If you're looking to buy or sell your one stop in Jacksonville, Exit Real Estate Gallery. Go online right now at propertyinjax.com.
Has someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In 2017, I was named the DUI Gladiator of the Year by the Florida Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Baloo here for the Blue Crab House. You know, I'm a regular guy. I always tell you about the same things. Not today. How about right now the fish and chips? My dad visited lately, said it was the largest portion he's ever had. Also, right now at the Blue Crab House, $1 oysters. That's right, 10 oysters, $10. Jewington Creek Road, open daily at 4:30. We'll see you at the Blue Crab House.
Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org.
This Memorial Day, Navy Mutual would like to salute David Robinson as our hero in sports. Robinson, nicknamed the Admiral, was a two-time All-American with the Navy Midshipmen and served 2 tours after graduation. He went on to be the #1 pick in the NBA draft.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Calling all wrestling fans. The River City Wrestling Con will slam into the Jacks Fairgrounds June 12th and 13th. This 2-day-long event will feature appearances by pro wrestling superstars, exciting wrestling matches, and an assortment of vendors and artists. Guests include Kurt Angle, Kane, the one and only Sergeant Slaughter, and many more. Get your tickets at RiverCityWrestlingCon.com and follow on social media for event updates. See you there.
Hey, it's Allie McDealer, the Best Bet Poker Show. Tune in Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on 1010XL and 92.5 FM, or watch live on Twitch. We chat about everything trending in the world of poker, give tips, and discuss poker strategy. Check us out this Wednesday at 6 p.m.
We have big rolls of carpet, hardwood too, laminate, tile, area rocks for you. At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man. Our prices are low, 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 low. At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man. Don't delay, we'll put it in next day. At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man. Y'all come see us now, you hear? At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man.
Visit one of our mega flooring stores or go to carpetman.biz or
call 838-6705, the Carpet Man.
Mystic Cornhole Company builds the best high-quality custom boards right here in Jacksonville. Perfect for weddings, tailgating, your business, a day at the beach, and they make a great gift idea. See for yourself at mysticcornholecompany.com.
It's time to tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with these hot items for dads and grads. Featuring the Titleist TSI family of drivers. Faster in the air, longer off the tee, and straighter down the fairway. And don't miss these hot gifts from Bushnell, like the Tour V5 or the Tour V5 Shift with pin seeker technology. Or the Wingman with Bluetooth and audible GPS for distance. Swing by Edwin Watts Golf Shops and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. And shop us online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Remember trade shows, sales calls? They're coming back. Check out the newest promotional items online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
It's Monday night, which means that we have Dr. Chris Swanson on with us from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Make sure you get to se-ortho.com. Look at all the different locations they have. They have one near you, almost certain of that. And they can handle just about anything. But if it's your shoulder or your knee, Dr. Swanson is the one that you asked for. 904-634-0640. Doc, how you doing, man?
I'm good, guys. How you doing?
Good. Great. Were you dialed in to golf this weekend?
Yeah, I definitely watched a little golf this weekend.
Yeah, we were just talking about it at the break, and I was on a plane yesterday, so I didn't get to see any of it. But I heard it was pretty awesome.
Did you see Brooks Koepka complain about them getting too close to his knee?
No.
I did.
I didn't see any of this.
Sounded pathetic.
Who getting too close to his knee?
It did sound a little pathetic.
Okay,
like he
so
was
this
just
is
a little sad he didn't win.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what happened, Denny. On 18, because he didn't see it. 18, when it was clear that Phil was going to win, the crowd just came on the course, and it was epic, dude. It was like, remember with Tiger a couple years ago when he won in Atlanta, I believe it was?
Yeah, the Tour Championship.
And that crowd that kind of formed around the building, the clubhouse or whatever. This was better than that because it was like before he even finished.
Well, I saw the video of the one spectator that was like basically humping Phil's leg.
Yeah, there was some of that.
Yeah, but I didn't know they got after Brooks Koepka too. So, that's Doc. Do you have that kind of following when you're playing golf?
Of course. No, thank God. No one wants to see that.
You don't have to worry about the golf groupies?
I sure don't.
So, what's going on with Mike Trout now, JJ?
Mike Trout has a so he was running the bases. Let me look at exactly what it is. But it's he felt something in his leg and he's out 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, a grade 2 strain of his right calf. He described feeling a pop. That's probably not good, is it, Doc? Mm.
Yeah, these are the scary ones. I mean, these are the the Kevin Durant, the Anthony Davis.
He said it. He feared that it might have been his Achilles because he said, "I thought I got hit by a line drive."
Yep, and that's usually people describe their tearing their Achilles as feeling like a shotgun went off in the back of their leg. So those are scary ones.
So when he gets back, are we worried that like it could eventually be an Achilles tear? Like if he does it again?
Well, I mean, I think the big thing one is the MRI will show that really clearly, and so if he hasn't had surgery yet, which he hasn't, then it's got to mean it's not his Achilles, but still got to let that heal completely. I mean, I think that's part of the thing with Durant when he was with Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
Pushed it, came back a little too soon, and then did the real thing instead of just letting the muscle heal.
Well, let's not take too long, Doc. He's on my fantasy team.
Well, it's interesting though reading this. I'm on ESPN reading about it, and I didn't realize it was in the first inning. He put his head down to jog to the dugout, while the final out was recorded.
He wasn't even like busting it.
No, he was just jogging from the out or into the dugout, and said, he said, I thought I got hit by a line drive. Said, I've never felt anything like this before. I felt a pop. I mean, am I wrong? A grade 2 strain of your right calf is all of this?
Yeah, I mean, well, if you've ever, really pulled your hamstring, I mean, it feels pretty bad at the moment. But again, the Achilles is one where when you tear your Achilles, you either tear it or you don't. It shows up crystal clear on an MRI. And for a professional athlete, if he tore his Achilles, he'd have had surgery within a day or two.
No, Doc, so you're taking this the wrong way. I'm not suggesting that they have messed up the diagnosis. I'm suggesting that perhaps Mike Trout is a baby.
Oh my God! Whoa. You are disgraceful.
Wow. I mean,
all right, I'm gonna dump that, Doc. Don't even worry about
it. He just said he's never felt anything like that before. I thought I got hit by a line drive, and it's a freaking strain of his right calf,
dude.
That he's out for 8 weeks. I mean, it can't be
pull
something
it off the
small.
It's a strain.
Oh, so something has to be off the bone for it to be hurt.
But
I got you.
Wait a minute. Like if I strain,
go ahead.
Like if I strain like my well, actually that would hurt too. A strained pec hurts.
Mm-hmm.
A strained groin does like when I strained my groin, it felt like somebody took an ice pick and hit me in my gonad.
Well, then you must be soft.
Then let me.
When I was breathing,
you're a baby too.
But when I didn't miss any time. But like I assume the calf is just like that's just one of those where you can't ever get comfortable.
But Doc,
just where it's located.
Okay, so hold on. If you're Doc, if
he didn't
you're
say
the
there's
team doctor,
constant pain.
No, hold on. If you're the team doctor, and all of a sudden Mike Trout's hurt, you go out and you run over there, and he says, "Man, I thought I got hit by a line drive. I heard a pop. I've never felt anything like this before." Is a grade 2 strain the first thing you think of?
No, with that story, you think. You think about Achilles right away. But a grade 2 strain is a real injury to the muscle, man.
Yeah, what's going on here, Doc? Don't let this.
I didn't say it was a fake injury. I'm just saying.
Because I heard Chris Paul say something almost to the exact thing that Trout said yesterday, that he heard something like pop or break or snap, and they put him right back in the game. So, like, at the moment, these guys always think they're super hurt. Look at LeBron.
Well,
I mean, this guy
made it act like his arm was falling off.
I mean, LeBron got poked in the eye, and he was.
Oh, you should have seen the one yesterday, Doc. It was worse.
Oh man.
Oh, Doc, you didn't see the one yesterday?
It was worse.
I didn't see the one yesterday.
A guy comes up behind him after a free throw and maybe touches him. I wasn't even sure if he made contact. And LeBron acted like he literally got stabbed.
Shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it started a fight.
Yeah. Pathetic.
Somebody sent me a funny thing. It said, time spent on the ground after injuries. 36 seconds for the guy who got hit by a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. 78 seconds for Joe Burrow. 80 for LeBron after he got poked.
That one was kind of like mean. I got it. It was kind of mean-spirited because there's been times where people have when I rolled my ankle, I was on the ground probably for longer
you don't
than
do the
36 seconds.
theatrics.
But no, I wasn't like the whole when he got up and went in the direction of the fight. That really bothered. I'm JJ can attest. Big LeBron guy here. I'm sick of this.
But I hate that.
I'm sick of this, man. Like I'm sick of it. I saw 3 people, 3 rims.
And you would think that he cares about because he cares about what people think of him so much that you would think he would know that everyone clowns him about this one particular thing that he does. He always dives, but he still does it. He doesn't care. He's trying to get that call.
Doc, you even get up off the bench anymore if you're the team doctor?
Yeah, honestly.
No way. No way. No, not a chance.
AD does it.
LeBron's gotten so much worse over time too.
Yes.
Every passing year, each thing is more severe.
But when he was younger, he still did it. He used to do the thing when he was younger where he would always put the jersey on his face, how much blood is there about to be all over? Oh, none.
You know what we need to do,
time,
Doc?
there's no blood, bro.
Doc, what we need to do, I feel like we need to get a therapist on, and we need to ask if LeBron, is masking something from his childhood where he didn't get attention or something.
Like Westbrook with his pacifier.
Right.
Or I mean, not Westbrook, Curry.
Could that be it, James?
It could be. I think,
and that's why I said chew his mouthpiece.
But I think this is a different Doc. I don't think this is.
That's what I said.
Psychology.
Get a therapist. Yeah.
But
I'm sure they hang out.
But he's been in the center of attention since he was 14 years old.
Right. Center of attention and being like.
Doesn't mean you have to dive on the ground.
Yeah. No, what I mean is like Denny's like, is he doing this
I don't
attention?
know. I'm trying to figure
he
it
doesn't
out.
need attention. He's had plenty of attention.
What did you think about him skipping COVID protocols, Doc? They didn't suspend him for it.
Oh, I know. It's unbelievable. How about
It's
Charles
not
Barkley?
unbelievable. It's so believable.
But Charles Barkley just slayed him in the media. It was great.
Did he? I mean, I think it would have been silly for them to suspend him. But I think it was silly this whole time for suspending all these players.
Right.
And they don't
Lou
suspend
Williams
him.
got suspended.
He was the one who got suspended for leaving the bubble. But this whole season, including for Indiana, who lost in the playing game, is with Karis LeVert, is if you're ever even around anyone, and even if you don't test positive, you have to miss like 2 weeks of just.
But they're not. That doesn't apply to LeBron.
Exactly, that's the whole point.
If Adam Silver knows if he would have done that.
I would have rioted.
Like, he was in a no-win situation.
I would have rioted
because LeBron did it for himself. It was clearly it was the most selfish thing LeBron's probably ever done in his career. And I don't mean like he clearly went to go shoot a tequila commercial
after they went to the final.
Yeah, he went to go shoot a tequila commercial that he could have waited until they're going to get ran out of the playoffs soon anyway. He could have just waited.
Oh, I don't know.
Or with all the time he took off, with all this time, you mean to tell me, LeBron?
True.
You couldn't have shot that commercial then, and then you could have sat your 2 weeks and.
Well, you also had to get with Drake's schedule. You know, you guys have to work it out.
Adam Silver, like I saw so many, like Jason Fatlock, a bunch of other people are like, it's not it's LeBron privilege. So it's what happens if MJ would have done that during this same time.
Same thing.
MJ wouldn't have got it.
No,
MJ wouldn't have got it.
No, there's a lot of NBA players that wouldn't have got.
I was about to say, I bet that there's out of the playoffs, they wouldn't have done that for any of the star players on any.
No,
of the big
none
teams.
of Brooklyn's guys. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Maybe like one of Brooklyn's guys and be like, well, you have to miss a series, but knowing that they're just going to run through Boston anyway.
Yeah.
But Jokic, that's not happening to. Lillard, that's not happening to. None of these big name guys.
Giannis.
Nope. Yeah, no way.
Yep. Doc, any other? Are we missing injury news? Do you know of any? Like I'm searching. I don't see anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen much on the injury.
Well, what about LeBron? Really? Like he has been playing as if he is still hurt. Seriously, like from that ankle, he doesn't have that burst. Like
what is AD playing like?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
dead?
AD was.
I have LeBron fatigue, man.
Yeah, but you should watch this series. You should. All the series are pretty good except for this Miami one right now.
Is Miami getting
wait? Hold on, Doc. What do you mean you have LeBron fatigue? What are you fatigued of?
The winning.
The antics.
Oh well, that comes with the territory.
So you don't want to see him win.
They're not going to win. They're out. Phoenix is going to get this.
You think Phoenix is going to knock them out?
Yeah.
How much do you want to bet on that, Doc?
Doc Flex don't even say like 10,000.
Name your price, JJ. I mean, I'm not convinced anyone from the sportsden is going to pay up anyway.
Whoa! Denny paid me the night of our last bet immediately. He went to his car and got.
I don't appreciate that at all. Just because I owe you a round of golf.
Oh, this is personal between y'all two. Got it.
Oh, you still, man? Come on, man. It's not like you.
Yeah, I guess I
gotta
be more clear on that.
Doc, here's the deal. I'll pay for you to go play golf if I don't have to go. Nothing against you. When am I gonna go?
We just like you're showing the world such a good record with the JJ thing, and then you got Doc here waiting.
Calling you out in front of everybody.
I know, Doc.
He's scared of COVID, Doc. He doesn't want to go out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're out here all willy-nilly on golf courses. In the middle of a pandemic.
Don't you remember Grandma? Jeez.
You got a shot. You got the shots.
It's a joke.
I keep my mask on.
No,
while I'm golfing.
That's a lie.
Did you see LeBron won't answer questions about his shots?
Good for him. It's
I'm proud.
nobody's
I'm proud.
business.
I'm proud.
And that means he didn't take it.
Right.
Just like me.
Well, Adam Silver.
Stand strong, King.
The coach was like 85% of our team is vaccinated. And who's
that's
vaccinated. And then like you started doing the math, it's not that many players.
Well, the Cubs owner came out the other day and was like, I'm really disappointed in our team because we're not going to get past the 85% threshold and da-da-da-da. It's like, man, there's really some shaming going on in America
Doc,
if you didn't get this damn shot.
Hold on, I have a question for Doc. Is this something we're going to see? And I'm not talking about Southeast Orthopedic. I'm talking about in general. Is this one of the questions we're going to have to answer every time we go to a doctor of have you been vaccinated?
Good question. I'm so tired of answering this question every Tuesday, Doc.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think that this is just going to be something.
Well, here definitely
people
not.
are going to have had to make their decision, and it's just going to become a personal choice whether you're vaccinated or not.
What a good answer. What a good answer.
Are there other? I'm genuinely curious about this now. Are there on the medical questionnaires? Are there other vaccination questions? Like, have you had any of the other vaccinations? I mean, I know, like, to get your kid in kindergarten, there's some you got to have and stuff like that, but that's not the same thing. Are there other questions about other vaccinations?
Not on most of your typical medical forms. I mean, I'm sure when you go in for a physical, if you're at a new doctor's office, stuff like that, they want to know what kind of vaccinations you haven't had. A lot of times they'll ask about flu vaccinations, especially if you're older. Pneumonia vaccinations, especially if you're older. But that's more for people's own health.
I mean, I know
you're not excluded from anything because of that.
I know there's a series of shots that you have to get for your kid to go to school, right, James?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what they are.
It's like for the measles or
I don't know.
They've taken them over. Like, it's not just like, okay, you're starting kindergarten. Here's 20 shots that you
right.
Need. It's really like shots that your kid is probably taken since birth.
But my point, do you know they are?
No, when I take my kid to the doctor, they tell me, oh, this is his 2.5 checkup. He needs to have this shot, and then there's it's funny because people are talking about passports, vaccine passports. We already have that. It's called our shot record. Like, your doctors, every time you go to a new doctor, they'll go find out who the last doctor was.
Yeah, but to get on a flight, you don't show that.
No, you
That's
don't.
what the passport is about.
But what I'm saying
not the
is
fact that you have medical records.
No, it's the fact that people are like, I don't want to be I'm tracked. Like, yeah,
no,
I got
that's
that
not
part.
it.
You can't have nobody's.
It said I don't want to have to walk into a store and show you that I've been vaccinated. That's the difference.
Never gonna happen.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
I hope you're right.
Like, it's not.
But
right now,
point that you were making was not.
My point, what I'm saying is, you can go to your doctor and actually already have this. Was the point that I was making. There is a detailed already thing that shows all.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
But to get on planes,
I don't know what I've been vaccinated.
But I'm saying the stuff with you going, like, if you ever had to go back to school, like, you're not. But I'm just saying, if you ever, like, you'll know because they're going to tell you haven't had this. I found out going into college during my freshman tour days that I didn't have a booster shot. And you know what they made me do? If I went, I had to make a decision.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't even know what it is.
A booster shot, it boosts a previous
vaccination.
Yes.
But I don't know which one. All they said was you didn't have this
Doc,
shot.
What vaccinations do we have to get in school? Do you know?
Like, when you're kids, typically it's like measles, mumps, rubella.
See, they didn't want to listen to me when I said both of
those kind of things are sort of the basic ones. I mean, they have chickenpox vaccines. I don't know if they require them or not.
Nah,
we had chickenpox.
Like, everybody got chickenpox.
Going through medical training, at every stop we have to get every vaccine, and you have to show proof of every vaccine.
Actually, you know what? You do have to show proof that you had a vaccine, because this was the thing that my mother feared when I went to Africa. Try to go to some, like, on a mission trip. Try to go to some of these different places.
You're right.
You know what you have to do.
You're right.
You have to take a shot if you want to go there.
Yeah, and because they don't want you to bring it back.
Right.
They don't want you to bring disease back.
I'm not getting the shot unless I have to. But that's the whole point of the COVID shot too right now. Even right, wrong, or indifferent, whether you agree with it or not. That's the point.
Right. No, hold on. Where I'm going with this, since we have a doctor on, where I'm going with this, Doc, is what is the difference, like, in all those things you just named and COVID? Like, is there a biological difference? Is there, why would we have to show all those to get in school, but you don't for COVID? Is it death rate? Is it whatever it is? It is. I'm just curious. What is that?
Well, I mean, you shouldn't have to show a COVID vaccine to get into school. It basically doesn't affect kids.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is that the difference? That it doesn't affect kids, and all these other ones that you named did? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, from the like young kid standpoint, I think that's the biggest difference for that. But in general, I mean, COVID is the COVID virus, coronavirus, and the COVID vaccine is just the newest iteration of viruses that are affecting the world, and the vaccine is a way to slow it down. No different than we didn't used to have a polio vaccine, and then we did, and we didn't have a flu vaccine, and now we do. And so the COVID vaccine, it's here to stay, and it's going to slow down the spread of COVID. And every year or 2 or 3 or whatever they figure out, people have the choice of, hey, I want to get a shot or I don't want to get a shot. And, it's just going to be an option for people moving forward. And it's not going to ever be something that's like mandatory. We're showing a vaccine passport.
Well, so your prediction is that'll go away? Because like on cruise lines, you have to show proof of vaccination to board.
Oh, for COVID?
Yeah. I mean, I think I think right now it's
a hot topic.
Thing.
Yeah.
And I think, eventually, I don't know. I've never been on a
When
cruise,
you got
so
on the
I don't
plane
know,
just now this past weekend, what about that, Denny?
No, I didn't have to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I flew to
That's all I'm
Philadelphia.
worried
I
about.
don't think that's.
If I have
flew
to
to
fly
Philadelphia
somewhere.
this past weekend, and you didn't have to do anything other than you had to wear your mask unless you're actively eating and drinking.
Right.
I don't think they're getting rid of the mask thing anytime soon, which is
On travel?
kind of sucks.
Which, damn, just sitting on a plane with a mask on.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I would constantly be drunk
Eating.
because I would just be drinking like crazy, bro.
Like people call me crazy, but I'm like, yo, I'm drinking coffee. They're like, you're gonna drink coffee the entire time. Yes, I will.
I'll have this straw in my mouth.
Yeah, you just keep sipping, and then they can't say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Doc, we just went extra long with you, man. We'll let you run. Thanks for spending so much time with us. Dr. Swanson, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, se-ortho.com is where you need to go for all your injuries. Stop limping around. Get it fixed. If it's your knee or your shoulder, ask specifically for Dr. Swanson. Doc, we appreciate you, man.
All right, guys. Have a good week.
All right, we're behind, so we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
He's the Belichick of fantasy football.
We're on to Cincinnati.
And he doesn't cheat.
No, it's a conversation for later.
Mike Dempsey, 10 to noon weekdays.
We're getting ready for Cincinnati.
On 1010XL.
Tired of the same chain lunch spots? Hi, it's Arena with Halas, where we have served Jacksonville since 1974 with fresh eats from the Mideast and Mediterranean. We have the remedy to your lunchtime blues. Shawarma, kibbeh, grape leaves, and our famous pita riders offer a healthy take on lunch. Be sure to stop by our market where you can find groceries from all over the world and the best pita in town, baked right here in-house. When life hands you chickpeas, make hummus. Come see us at Halas at 4323 University Boulevard South.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Nutrition is often overlooked and underestimated. Your body will only put out what you put into it. For this reason, nutrition is one of the most important aspects of any training program. Whether you're training during the season or in the off-season, or just looking to get healthy, your body needs the right fuel. Consider meeting with your doctor about the right nutrition plan to meet your goals. Go Jazz!
Spring has sprung, and Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to bring your friends out and enjoy a safe and fun day on our beautiful golf course. Hidden Hills Golf Club will take good care of you. HiddenHillsGC.com.
If you're an experienced skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $31.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's $45 an hour. Local 234 has been around for 120 years, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Captain Kevin Favor here, and do you store your boat or boat trailer separately? I want to tell you about Stack'em Storage. They store your boat trailer in a secure warehouse, out of the elements, and here's the cool thing. Stack'em Storage will pick up your trailer from you, store it in a secure warehouse, do a 5-point safety inspection, and deliver it back to you where and when you need it. Call Captain Pat at 962-9605. Use promo code FAVOR, that's F-A-V-E-R, and get your first month's rent free. Visit stackmstorage.com.
Hey, it's Bert Cannon, Sports Commissioner at the First Coast YMCA. This summer, it's time to rediscover everything we've been missing. At the Y, we're committed to being your home for health and wellness and also a place for community, belonging, and a whole lot of fun in a safe environment. Now level up your game in the Y's new National Esports program. We offer the safest competitive video game experience through a private, moderated platform just for kids. Get details at fcymca.org.
Mike Dempsey here to tell you that Tire Outlet is offering 10% off for Memorial Day, May 24th through June 4th. Visit TireOutlet.com, shop for tires, and apply the discount code Memorial Day 2021 in the shopping cart. Click apply for 10% off.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
I can say this for all the pub that Tim Tebow signing has gotten. I spent 3 days around NFL personnel. Not one person brought it up
because people
they don't care.
Yeah, that's the main thing is that's what
they don't work in media.
Right, so they don't have to worry about getting clicks, and they also work in a reality that most people aren't living in. Nobody wanted they weren't there was no competition for Tim Tebow, so why would they care? They're fine. They're cool with
talking about
there.
man hurts and some blocking scheme and
now they may that might be more interesting to them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's probably what they're talking about.
At dinner one night, I got into this conversation with an offensive coordinator in the NFL, and he made a very interesting point. We were talking about quarterbacks in tiers, and he's like, "Listen, there's no such thing as tiered quarterbacks." I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, "Who cares if number 6 is any better than 32? Can he win me a Super Bowl?" That's the only tier. He's like, because if I don't win a Super Bowl at some point, or if I don't at least make the Super Bowl at some point, I'm probably getting fired.
Dude, you know what the tiers thing is? Is list radio in the offseason. It's something again, it's to entertain the fans. It's just
well, then who would you put in that tier that can win you a Super Bowl?
Well, the craziest thing is that
probably only
we talk about Aaron. We can say Aaron Rodgers, but he's only won one.
Well, no, he can win a Super Bowl.
But I mean, he can. I'm just saying. But I
think the point is not guys who have won one.
There's guys who haven't won one that I would put in
Josh
there.
Allen. Josh Allen, right now, it looks like you can win a Super Bowl.
I was going to say homie from the Chargers.
Justin Herbert. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about. It wasn't okay, only guys. It's okay, either you can win a Super Bowl or you're useless.
Either we're confident in our quarterback or we're not.
Or we're looking for another one.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield, not in the tier.
But to play devil's advocate, if you talk to the Cleveland Browns offensive coordinator right now,
he thinks he is.
He thinks that they have their quarterback.
Does he think that, or will he just tell you that? Does he actually believe?
Well, they haven't made any actionable steps to try to bring anybody else in. Now, after this season, if he stinks,
but it's not. They're called you can't replace the guy who you took number 1.
No, let's go through this. So Russell Wilson, obviously,
right?
Kyler Murray,
as of right now, no. But they have confidence in him because he's their guy.
If you're a coach, forget them. If you're a coach, do you have confidence you can win a Super Bowl? Okay. Not Jimmy G. Not Jameis.
Trey.
But Jimmy G got you
went
there.
To one.
Yeah.
But there's not that
healthy Jimmy G, I don't mind.
He's not.
Jameis right now, no.
No. Tom Brady, obviously. Matt Ryan?
No. But he's been there, but he's too inconsistent.
Say yes.
He's too inconsistent. That's the only problem.
He had a lot more success than Jimmy G, and you just tried to make an argument for him.
Fair.
Good point.
Fair.
Yeah, I would have said no with Jimmy G, even though he went to.
But I think they're the same.
Fair.
I would say no to both. Daniel Jones, no. What about Dak Prescott?
Absolutely not. I would say Kyler way before Dak.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dak's.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just didn't We just got done talking about Dak's contract for how long?
If Dak played for the Cardinals and not the Cowboys, you wouldn't give a damn about Dak Prescott.
You know what's crazy, though? We all agree. Okay, so no on Dak. But if Dallas would have let him walk, we would have called them idiots, right?
I don't know about an idiot. It depends on where their draft place would have been at. But
well, they were what, 10? So they could have got Mac.
If they would have, I think. But I wouldn't. But Mac isn't right. I wouldn't take Mac.
Dak's good enough to get you to the playoffs. So that's pretty damn good.
Okay, I'm skipping over the obvious ones. We don't know anything about Jalen Hurts yet.
No.
We don't know anything about Fields or.
You want to know something?
Those guys.
While you're going there, I want to say something. I saw on Twitter. It was the first game that Aaron Rodgers went in to replace Brett Favre. Do you know what the commentator said?
What?
You're not going to win a lot of games with Aaron Rodgers. And this, so you know what but I say that to say this. we don't know.
Yeah, but
all
I
we know
wouldn't
is
make
about right
that
now.
claim about a first-round quarterback before I've even ever seen him play. I would never say that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
That's ballsy.
That's why I'm leaving.
But
Even
like,
Kyler, I'm not sure we have enough.
Yeah, that's why I was skeptical about
Like,
that.
I wonder what people were saying, even though he did very well. But what were people saying about Russell Wilson when they first got in? That wasn't the guy that they built. They were trying to build around. They paid a high end guy.
Okay, well, to that point, so let's take the opposite of that. Circle back around to the Rams now. What about Matt Stafford?
So, like, I would like to assume that Matt Stafford's in a better situation right now. But Detroit, your friend, is saying right now that they're going to surprise the world. They have one of the best quarterback rooms in the NFL.
Jared Goff.
No, Jared Goff is your
Mark
boy.
Brunell?
Mark Brunell goes out and says this.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good job, Mark.
Well, what's he gonna say?
Yeah,
you're right. My point
We're
is that
trash.
yeah,
I really wish we had Stafford.
He's not
here.
any
I would
good.
say
I wish we would have kept
terribly.
Stafford.
Yeah. I think Stafford is. I think I would put him in that.
I agree.
What?
I think we're gonna see like a great Stafford this year.
I do too. Kirk Cousins, no.
No.
Let's see. Ryan Tannehill?
No.
No.
That wide receiver.
But I'm with you.
God,
but what
you
I'm
know
saying,
what?
I'm with you though. But
did you just realize the same thing I did?
In his situation, we've seen quarterbacks win Super Bowls like that.
But we're just talking about generally, like in the league, not specific situations.
But what did that coach say? That coach said you either have a quarterback that can win you a Super Bowl or you don't. And in their offense, can he win? Well, we've seen them do. Can he win them a Super Bowl? And the answer is weird, but it's yes.
Well, forget for a second, like the Trent Dilfers, Ryan Tannehills, all that kind of stuff.
Brad Johnson's.
You know who pops in my head right away? Because they did win it. Nick Foles.
Right.
Nick Foles won the Super Bowl. It wasn't a defense.
Right.
It wasn't an elite receiving core. It was Nick Foles.
Had a good running game. But yeah, you're right. But Nick Foles was the guy.
Trey Burton threw that pass.
That he called.
Yeah.
So we're yes on Josh Allen. No on Tua.
No.
Although it's too early. If we're gonna be
right,
say it's too early for Kyler.
But I said Kyler, no, so I get to say no for Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, if I say no for Kyler, I have to say no for Tua.
Right. What about Cam? No, right?
Cam who?
No way. He's dead.
Yeah, nah. He had his chance. He didn't.
What
die
about
on the ball.
Roethlisberger right now?
No.
At this point now, no. I
Lamar?
think he's doing more hurt.
Lamar's a good one.
No, stop.
He just won the MVP.
So what?
I agree with you. But he just won the MVP.
Kyler over him.
I want to be like, I can't believe we're disrespecting this guy like that, but then I can't get out of my eyes.
I didn't say he wasn't a great quarterback.
No. What I'm saying, I can't unremember what I saw.
The skills job.
I saw him overthrow a target that wasn't moving.
And not barely.
Like, I'm like, do you even, like, all the things that I defended him for, I wanted to be like, you know what? I take it all back.
I'm with you.
That man was right. You need to play wide receiver.
You really cannot unsee that.
He can win a ton of games in the regular season. I don't know if he's ever going to win a Super Bowl.
Too soon on Burrow. Mahomes is obviously
Burrow, I would say yes.
Really already?
Yeah. Man, he looked so good last year
did.
before he got hurt.
He did, because I guess if you're going to say yes on Herbert.
Yeah.
There's those guys that you just know fairly soon is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. No on Carr. Who's the Chargers guy? Oh, that's
Herbert.
Yeah. Always good. I don't know why I get those two teams.
Tyrod. What about Deshaun?
Tyrod's at Houston now.
Who the cojones on Deshaun today to come out and say that he still wants to be traded.
If you're willing to whip it out in front of random massage therapists, you might as well just have.
Wait, I don't know about this. What are y'all saying?
Bro, Deshaun came out and reiterated today that I don't want to play here.
To who?
The Texans.
He's not going to OTA.
The cojones on this.
Wow. Wait.
I got a massage today too, and so it kind of it really resonated with me. Like
he said this publicly?
Well, it was on Twitter, like everybody. Yeah, it was.
They leaked
blue check marks.
Oh, so he said it to the team.
Of the worlds or whatever.
Yeah, like to the team and then the team.
Okay.
There's not literally
like
a
he
video.
didn't come on his.
Well, I didn't know like if he had
didn't
an
come out.
No,
Like,
Shannon Sharp did not call his phone during his show.
No, I don't know if he tweeted.
No. Like one of the guys said, "This is leaked. This is what he's supposedly saying."
I've learned with Aaron Rodgers, I'm not believing these guys anymore.
Well, I believe Julio because he was on camera unknowingly.
That man knew he was on. That man.
I don't know.
He called him like shit. Like that's like my mom. When my mom calls me all the time between 8 and 10 p.m. Oh, I didn't know you had a show. You always call me. You know what I'm doing. People who know
Shannon's on
Shannon's
TV.
like if Shannon calls you at 7:30, hey, I don't even know what time the show comes on. But you don't, and you give him a call back at 8:30 and he answers it, you gotta know.
Denny, have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
So, Julio or the Falcons or whoever has said that Julio wants to be traded. So I guess during the show with Shannon and Skip today, Shannon calls him and never once said like, "Hey, you're on the air" or anything.
What's going on, bro?
Man, nothing much. About to go meet up with my brother. What's happening with you?
Man, look, you want to go to the Cowboys, Julio, or you want to stay in Atlanta?
Oh man, nah, I'm out of there, man.
Ideally, where would you like to go?
You gotta also see.
Bro, that's so wrong.
Time out.
I think
Time
it's
out.
hilarious.
Time
I
out.
love it.
Time out. Yes, you're listening to it, but you have to actually like go Google it. I mean, go to see all of the other stuff. Skip is clearly talking.
Skip's like
in the background.
Tell him to ask about this.
You can like if I put somebody on speakerphone right now and you say something, you can hear the background stuff.
But you got to tell me I'm on air.
But like I think what happened, he called.
What if he just not there in the green room?
Called him. Like I think this is what I'm because Julio hasn't come out and said that was wrong, Shannon. You set me up or anything like because if it was that egregious, like you
he didn't say anything bad.
He said, "I ain't going back to Atlanta."
Yeah, but
like that was really bad
that we didn't already know about.
Right. So I mean, but that's what everybody, it's what. I know what Shannon did was show. I'm Shannon Sharp.
Look how cool I am.
Look how cool I am. I got the relationship. But I really think like it was a.
Okay.
It was more impromptu.
649 is like if they're that close and Julio knows about a show. I know he knows about the show. I know that. But he doesn't know he's gonna put on. If they're that close, and Julio thinks he can have a conversation with you,
right? I think it was
without it being on air.
I think it was something because and also what Julio said, like JJ just said, it wasn't anything. The only thing that was earth shattering, which it wasn't really that, was Julio was in Dallas or whatever, and the fans saw him, and they were like, he's going to the Cowboys.
Wait, hold on, play that again real quick. I want to hear something.
Well, the end is funny.
What's going on, bro?
Man, nothing much. About to go meet up with my brother. What's happening with you?
Man, look, you want to go to the Cowboys, Julio? Or you want to stay in Atlanta?
Oh man, nah, I'm out of there, man.
Ideally, where would you like to go?
Right now, I want to win.
Okay. Well, don't go to Dallas. If you go, you ain't winning in Dallas, Julio.
Nah, man, listen, come on, man. You already know I know.
Okay.
Like even Shannon's line, like what conversation has anybody ever had with somebody that went like that?
I'm gonna tell you why he knew. I'll tell you how I know that Julio knew.
First of all, I edited a little bit.
This sounds too clear. I have.
No, see, this is what happened. I
was.
edited it. The sound is not clear. It sounds like
Shannon actually did have the phone.
Yeah.
Like this. But what I'm saying is so if I ask you a question about something that I know you don't necessarily want anybody to know about, it's not that straight lined. Like they're talking like an interview. Like the relation, like, hey man, what's going on, Julio? Bro, you know what I just heard, man?
I love how James has his phone too.
I heard that you out here and talking about going to Dallas. Boy, what you doing? Boy, you trying to win? I know you ain't going to no Dallas.
Not just like, hey, tell me where you want to play.
Yeah, and
answer it clearly and loudly.
Before anybody lights me up, have you ever heard Shannon talk? I didn't. That's not James Coleman how he would answer the phone. That's damn near how Shannon talks to everybody. Like when he does his other podcasts, all these other things, it's conversational tone.
So what are you saying? Are you saying
what I'm saying is that Julio knew, and it was
a setup.
It was a setup, and it was more in jest than anything else.
Gotcha.
Because the Dallas Cowboys thing was news over the weekend.
Okay,
that's the reason why. But everybody's been giving think pieces.
I just think it's a better look on Shannon to say, "Hey, I talked to Julio."
Oh,
instead of setting that whole thing up.
Oh, this was a flex on him. This is a big flex on him, and it was not only was it a flex, it was to embarrass Skip because who was Skip's favorite team?
The Cowboys.
Okay. The Cowboys. So again, entertainment. Like this is
that's fair. That's a good point.
And Skip in the background, I cut it out, but he pathetically asks, "Hey, ask him about why he was wearing that Dallas shirt." It's like, oh my god.
And he had to
he's
do
like a
something to one up
child.
because you know what Skip came in today trying to do, right? He came in with he probably had a thesis set up on LeBron
I was
and
about
all
to say
the
it's
things.
got to be about.
So this was about okay, he's giving me the business about LeBron. I got to come up with something.
See, Dom,
I like that.
Dom, you're right. Dom said, imagine Denny calling one of his quarterbacks live on air and asking them something like that. He'd never do that. Shannon's got a big time show. He wouldn't mess that up for a phone call with Julio. I'm going to go with you on that. Julio had to know.
He wouldn't mess what up? His friendship with Julio? We don't know if they're really friends.
Well, that's true.
That's you messing up your business.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp's business isn't hanging out with Julio Jones.
I need to know.
First of all, they're 20 years apart. They can't be
I need to
that
know
close
if he
of
knew.
friends.
I need to know.
Yeah, we'll know more.
Yeah.
Soon.
8 o'clock coming up next.
Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Touchdown, Jacksonville! 1010XL.
Quitting nicotine isn't easy, which is why Tobacco-Free Florida offers free tools and services like free 2-week starter kits of Quit Aids. We're also trying out music to help motivate smokers to quit.
Not another cigarette would be late. Now there's someone living tobacco-free. It's you.
Wow. Okay. Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
This is a tribute to all you plumbing do-it-yourselfers.
You do it yourself, yeah.
The extremely handy who know what's up to code.
You know the building code.
How to solder pipes.
Fire up the torch.
Snake a drain.
Got your own snake.
How to fix a leaky U-joint or P-trap.
You get up under your sink, you work upside down, yeah.
We salute your drive, free time, courage. For the rest of you who just want it done right and done quickly, Duck Duck Rooter won't disappoint you. Visit duckduckrooter.com.
How many tour titles did Arnold Palmer win during his career? The answer coming up.
Is your home your most valuable asset? It is for most of us, and Southern Oak Insurance recommends an annual review. Log on to southernoak.com for more information.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Arnold Palmer won a whopping 62 times on the PGA Tour.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours. When you buy a used Ford, Lincoln, or Mercury part from Rusty Acres, the part is guaranteed, and they'll guide you on how to install it at no charge. For used Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury parts, call Rusty Acres at 786-1777.
All Pro Leon Searcy here. Spring season is here, and seeing those green yards and fields is the encouragement you need to visit Coastal Equipment, your Kubota dealer. The only Kubota superstore in North Florida. Check out the full line of Kubota tractors, utility vehicles, and zero-turn mowers. They also carry a full line of tractors and construction implements. Visit Coastal Equipment in Jacksonville and in McClenny.
Coastal Equipment.
Your North Florida Kubota superstore. Kubota.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com.
It's time to tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with these hot items for dads and grads. Featuring the new Callaway Epic Woods and Apex irons with artificial intelligence for faster ball speeds. And don't miss these hot gifts from Bushnell, like the Tour V5 or the Tour V5 Shift with Pin Seeker technology, or the Wingman with Bluetooth and audible GPS for distance. Swing by Edwin Watts Golf Shops and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, and shop us online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Looking to be your own boss in a proven business model? Like construction and working outdoors. Superior Fence and Rail is franchising in new markets all over the Southeast, from Birmingham to Savannah, and even a few more markets in Florida. Come win with us and redefine the fence industry. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail to learn more about starting a fence franchise today.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
If you love the sea and want to bring it home, stop in to Ocean Reef Pets in Neptune Beach. Ocean Reef now has instructional classes from beginners to experts. Learn from the best at Ocean Reef Pets. Follow us on Facebook for the full schedule. Ocean Reef Pets in Neptune Beach.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach is the best local place to shop for your next new or used firearm. Top brands, no lines, locally owned for 26 years with the best prices. Buy or sell your next firearm at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out. You gotta let it breathe. 8 o'clock. Brought to you by Green Acres Sporting Goods. GreenAcresSporting.com is the website to go to, or go check them out off of Normandy Boulevard here in Jacksonville, Florida. It is 20,000 square feet of straight bliss. Hunting, guns, ammo.
2,200. Wait, what's that again?
20,000 square feet of straight bliss. Just, it's happiness. If you're a fisherman, if you want guns, if you want bows and arrows, if you want whatever you want, they got it there. It's fun. Right now, Taurus 9mm pistol going for $299 after the background check, after a couple other things, with some ammunition, some accessories. Your walkout is just under $500. It's a
They
great.
still have them?
I'm
disappointed.
I haven't gotten the text message. I haven't gotten the text message to say stop talking about it. So I'm gonna go over there tomorrow. Probably go check out some other stuff. Hopefully, go fire a couple rounds. Listen, before you jump on our back, dude, get whatever pistol you want.
Buy the most expensive.
Buy the most expensive one. They just have a really, really good deal. This isn't about you gun aficionados. This is about the people who are trying to learn about stuff. So Green Acres Sporting Goods, tell them the Sports Den sent you, and you do get 20% off of accessories. So I know you're coming from Indy, so any travel hater clocks or anything like that?
No, not at all, actually, man. It was one of the smoothest trips. We were talking, though, at the break, bro, things are back to normal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Every seat on both flights taken. Airports packed. Indy packed. Like, if it wasn't that you had to wear a mask in the airport and on the airplane, it doesn't look any different than 2019.
Well, if people fighting in airports.
I didn't see any of that.
Okay.
No, I mean,
I think it's strictly Miami.
So I flew both ways to Chicago, and then Chicago's my layover. I don't know anything about where Chicago is compared to Indianapolis, bro. That flight, no kidding you, was like 22 minutes.
Oh wow!
It was like we went up and came down. I could have rented a car.
It's like everybody has their hubs.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Pornhub,
that too. So like Delta's hub is Atlanta. So I could get a flight. It was awesome. I could get a Delta flight from Jacksonville to Atlanta relatively easy. I like to fly American, so I got to go Charlotte, and then the Charlotte to Atlanta flight is like
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Like, it's not even that. It's
basically like flying from here to Tallahassee.
Right.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, that's cool. I'm glad you got here safely.
I have a quick 8 o'clock.
Oh, let's get it, JJ.
Jag social media.
Ooh. The
Jaguars
fans or the Jaguars?
Media. No, the actual people that get paid.
Okay.
So, like, they've been doing this YouTube series, like a documentary about the offseason or whatever. And I haven't watched it, but the clips that I've seen look pretty badass. It looks like it's done very well. But they screwed up and they accidentally put the Jags draft scores and ratings, like their draft board, in the episode. To me, it just comes across as so Jagsy. That's what low-level organizations actually.
May I suggest,
like the Orlando Magic accidentally did that.
May I suggest something though? And I'm being dead serious about this. Like, what if the
Like,
way
what
the
does it matter?
No, not even that. What if the Jags score, the way they rate everything, is based on where they would take them? I mean, not on like their draft night score is, what was it, an 8? Is that
I don't know.
like what
I'm not mad about their scores. I'm mad about the fact that somebody at their social media team let that happen.
But what I'm saying is, people are saying that. Who was it? Jalen Waddle?
Yeah.
That was the
Who,
one
by the way, before you got here tonight on Crosstalk, James called him Waddell.
But
Unironically.
people are. But I guess where my point is people are saying, well, they had Jalen Waddle graded as high as they had Trevor Lawrence. Well, you don't know that. Like, for what was on that may have been the max.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, they may have scored, and I don't know if this is true or not. I will find out. But they may have scored.
I like how you just put that.
Yep.
Yeah.
15 people at an 8, which means if this joker's there, we already know we're taking Trevor. If this joker's there at pick 25, we take him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it may
He's
not
at 8 at 25.
Like, just
but
whatever.
he's a 6 at 1.
Well, they already knew they were taking him.
But no, I'm just saying,
You know what I mean?
just hypothetical. Yeah.
Like, he's an
Maybe-
upper.
and
Maybe it was an upper number thing, almost like we talk about 257 and 5 stars and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's 35 5 stars. Like, it is what it is. Like, 35 may be better some years than other years.
Right, which is what I really don't like. But
No, I got
get
you.
it.
But you know what I mean? Like,
understand,
if it's a scoring system like that, I agree, JJ. Like, to show those things, show them all. You know what I mean? Like, if you were going to show one, don't blur out any of them. And I don't know if they did. I'm assuming they didn't. If they didn't blur out any of them, I don't have a problem with it. Flex.
No, they just showed. Let's see. The grade they had for Wilson was like super low, apparently.
They're not alone on that, by the way. I found out this week.
So the collective's not a fan.
No, it's not the collective. It's not. It has nothing to do with the collective.
I just think that's such. I think
we're gonna get to that next.
He also had my boy Jalen Phillips extremely highly ranked.
We do. Yes, Jalen Phillips, a pass rusher. Yes. Anyway, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I'm not hating on your hate. I'm just saying, like, I'd like to hear the real story.
It's like, I get what you're saying, Jay. It's like when I got on FSU social media.
Yeah, it just looks
about
amateur.
the end.
Things are supposed to be different now.
If you didn't put that clip in, nobody would talk about it. But that's now what everybody's talking about, and you're mad.
It's either amateur or next level chestnut checkers. I mean, how many YouTube subscribers did they get?
Herb wanted this out.
That's exactly what Herbs was thinking about when he was walking out east.
It's been a story everywhere.
When he was walking the streets of Jacksonville with Mad Dads, he was like, you know what? Let's just show them. Let's look like we're amateurs for a little bit. Like, make them talk.
He was thinking, how do we make these guys subscribers?
Right.
Oh, you're thinking YouTube clicks.
Right.
I like that.
You know,
that's the key to
that's
winning.
another way to
Herb's always said the
It's
key to
local
winning
revenue.
is YouTube
It's
clicks.
more revenue.
We got yelled at about from the cons about local revenue. It's local revenue.
That's why they brought Tebow here.
We're not going to London anymore because they showed a grade. Picked up an extra $800 a month.
Fair.
What's your 8 o'clock? Because yours is a little more lengthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it short.
No, tell the whole story.
So, okay, my 8 o'clock is family.
Go
It's
to 10 o'clock.
Family and travel. So my grandmother had to go back into the hospital, whatever, blah blah blah. My mom has had enough because she's been taking care of grandma basically by herself. So she calls my Uncle George, says something to him to alarm him, and says, "You got to get down here now." And so he calls me. We're working on the stuff to get him there. I'm like, he wants to fly Frontier. Frontier doesn't. Bottom line, we couldn't get a flight.
He wants to fly Frontier?
It's cheap.
Okay, go ahead. Never mind.
So I finally, that's all I get. Listen, man, it ain't happening. Say, but I have this relationship with American. Let me go see what I can do for you. So I see what I could do for him. I also learned that I don't know a lot about my uncle. So I have to find, I found
He's
out
on
that
the no-fly list.
Well, yeah.
Long story short.
My uncle, he got arrested.
I didn't know he was I didn't know he was the fourth. I didn't know what his middle name was. Like, things that you need to know when you're booking somebody. Yeah. I'm like, what's his name? His name is George.
Uncle George.
Uncle George. First name, last
Uncle. Last name.
So I'm trying to find this stuff. I'm like, all right, man, cool, whatever. And so he's asking me. So he's complaining about coming the whole time. I'm like, dude, this is your mom. Like, relax, just come down, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I was like, all right, Uncle, I got your ticket. Your ticket is, you're flying out of Philly. Your layover will be in Charlotte. You're going to Tallahassee. All right, where now? You said, now where am I flying out? I was like, It's only one place, two places that you can fly out of. We're not flying out of Trenton. Philly's the closest major airport. That's where you're going. Okay. Philly, at what time? 10:30. Okay. All right, cool. So what time again? Like, he's asking me 20 questions, like, and then he's interrupting me before I can give him the rest of the information. I'm like, if you would just shut up, I could give you. I said, but don't even worry about, why are you writing this down? I can just screenshot this. And I can send you you don't have a smartphone. Like, you have a flip phone. All right, so
can't email it because you
I
probably
can't
don't have
email.
email.
Because when you look at his email, like, I emailed, he said, I need you to email me some pictures of the boys. Not a problem. Tell me what it is. Well, it's going to take me a little bit of time to get there because I got to go to the library because I don't have internet. And I'm like,
email me at uncgeorge@aol.com.
I was like, you don't have, okay, whatever.
Nowadays, all like plane tickets are all on your phone,
Bro,
too.
like, who you telling? So I'm like, I'm going to tell you this right here. The way you're flying, get to the airport as early as possible, man. You got you on this flight. I'm giving him very specific things. I was like, because I'm probably going to be asleep. I don't want you to call. I just want to make sure you're okay. You're taken care of. So he's like, all right, okay, I got you. Then he calls me again the night before. He's like, now, what time my flight leave again? And I was like, again, it's 10:30, you straight, just get there. Get there as early as possible, check in. Like, you got your bags. You ain't got to worry about paying for your bags. I got you. We good. Like, this is high end. Your nephew took care of you. This dude shows up to the airport like an hour before the flight. Now, to his defense, it was crowded. It was packed. But you don't show up an hour. And then what he calls me is, JJ, he doesn't, because I told Denny this, he doesn't call me panicked about not making the flight. He looks at it finally and says, they only got me flying to Charlotte. Like,
my God.
Like, did you give me the time? I thought you said you got me to Tallahassee.
Oh, my God.
There's a horse and carriage waiting for you.
JJ, I was
That's
asleep.
one of the funniest things
JJ,
I've
I'm
ever
asleep.
heard.
I'm like, what? Huh? This ticket that I got, it only says Charlotte. I said, Philly's only objective is to get you from Philly to Charlotte. You will get another ticket. It's like, I say, what does it say on your bags? I haven't checked my bag yet. I said, your flight is leaving soon. What do you mean?
Why are you on the phone with me? Why is it a payphone?
Like, what? Yeah. Like, and I don't even know. Like, he called me from.
You have a collect call.
So I'm like, what? I said, then I said, like, in my head, 'cause I cursed a little bit, but I didn't go in. I wanted to really curse him out. Why would I book you a flight from Philly to Charlotte when everything you need is in Tallahassee? Like, why would I just, like, what would make you question me that I would do that to you? Who are you for me to just torture you like that? You're not driving from.
How old is he?
64 years old.
Oh, he's not that old.
He's flown before. He's like, well, when I buy tickets, straight up, I don't do. I say, no, you're lying. Every ticket works this way.
Always like this.
It's always like this, dude.
I thought you were telling me he's like 80.
No, he's young. He's 2 years older than my mother.
64.
My mother doesn't ask me this many questions. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, he's like, well, and the thing that, and then now he's starting to complain again about all the other stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't want to hear this, dog. So misses his flight. And he's got a 9-hour layover in Philly. And he's calling me, and this is what he calls me. And this is, I hate I'm just never, I told my mom I'm never doing anything else. I'm not doing this again for him. And he's like spazzing because what happens is, okay, so I got him a buddy pass. So what happens is when you have a buddy pass, you're supposed to be family or friends. You are representing the airline.
The airline, yep.
So I'm thinking in my head, like, yo, if this man doesn't calm down, he's going to mess it up for all of us.
You're on the list.
All right, and then I'm going to be on the no-fly list for America. So
I'm sure the buddy pass is used for like 7-year-olds most of the time. Oh, it's not.
No, it's like used for like you want to hop a flight somewhere pretty decent. Like you don't want to pay a lot of money. Like you have time to spare. They'll get you to your destination.
You're just their final.
But like, yeah, you just like, they're going to like take money first. But like, so he finally, he's like, you know what? They just weren't, that wasn't professional. They should have been there. There should have been more people. I know. I said, Uncle, all they're going to tell me is that if you were there for an hour early, you should have been there 2 hours early. Should have been there 3 hours early. So My 8 o'clock just dealing with family, and now that's my mom's problem. So now I understood why my mom was so stressed with all of that stuff. But now I just know my uncle's he's gonna have to fly Spirit with the rest of the hooligans.
Real quick, because we got a 8 o'clock on the text line that I have to read to JJ.
Gotta be fast.
It is. My 8 o'clock is Matt Hayes.
Whoa,
hold up!
I don't approve of this.
Oh no, hold on. It gets better. My 8 o'clock is Matt Hayes and his bro crush on Hacker. It's borderline disturbing. It's like the second grade girl teasing her crush she's scared to approach.
Ew.
I don't know if you've ever had crushes, whoever you are, but I think you need to whatever you feel. If you think that woman likes you, she does. Don't approach it. I don't want you to get in trouble, right?
I just had to read it
because that's okay.
Matt likes Hack, but I wouldn't say
bro
that
crush.
they're
That's a little bit.
crush.
I would say that they went at it today.
Dom,
In an opposite way.
Oh. Dom had a brutal 8 o'clock watch save, but it is a good one.
Okay.
All right, let's take a break.
Is it recipes?
When we come back, we'll get to the collective. We'll do that.
Turn on the radio.
In your car, 92.5 FM and 1010 AM.
Would you like to drive for a while?
In your house, at the beach, on your phone, at the gym, on vacation, out of town.
Well, everyone knows that.
Download our free 1010XL app for all smart devices.
Jacksonville Southern Rockers, Molly Hatchet, return to the Florida Theater. Celebrate 50 years of Molly Hatchet. Molly Hatchet. May 28th at Florida Theater. Molly Hatchet. Get tickets at floridatheater.com or call 355-ARTS.
Hey, Florida, we know you love getting out on the water. But do you know what to wear when you're out there on the water? A life jacket, of course. And whether you're fishing, skiing, sailing, or just cruising the water, there's a perfect life jacket designed for you and your activity. Always check the label to make sure your life jacket is U.S. Coast Guard approved. Then try it on to make sure it fits properly. And then wear it. Life jackets save lives. Visit wearitflorida.com to learn more. That's wearitflorida.com.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Hey folks, it's Mike Dempsey, and by now you know that Hello Windows and Doors means a few things. Great design, strongest warranties in the industry, and the highest quality products. But did you know that Hello was recognized by their own employees as a Glassdoor Best Place to Work last year? And with so much demand, Hello is hiring window installers right now. So if you're a great installer, why not work with the best? They'll keep you busy and well paid. Call Hello Windows and Doors at 245-1825 for the best products and a best place to work.
When your livelihood is on the line, doubt can take hold. But Harrell & Harrell can provide hope. We listen to you, learn your story, and you only pay when we win. 251-1111. We're with you. Offices, Jacksonville.
You know what the best kept secret in town is? Protein packs from Dandy Foods. Mike Dempsey here. And you know how some protein packs have like 2 bites of cheese and maybe 3 peanuts? Well, the folks at Dandy have blown that out of the water. I'm talking about chunks of meat, chunks of cheese, 2 varieties, smoked turkey and Swiss cheese, or pepperoni with Wisconsin cheddar. So the next time you're out and about, stop in at a gate station for a delicious and on-the-go protein pack from Dandy and make yours a Dandy today.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Lauren Brooks, Donna Murphy, and Tanner Dahl.
You are more beautiful than a hot dog and a beer at Wrigley Field on opening day.
Helmets and Heels.
Driven by Tire Outlet.
And presented by Underwood Jewelers. Tuesday nights at 6.
On 1010XL.
With Memorial Day coming up, we at Zerez want to thank all those who are serving or who have served in the armed forces. If you are serving, have a family member who is serving, or are a veteran, we are offering 25% off on all your cleaning needs through the month of May. That's 25% off carpet cleaning, tile and grout, upholstery cleaning, oriental rug washing, and granite countertops cleaned and sealed. Zerez spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zerorez.
Captain Kevin Favor here, and do you store your boat or boat trailer separately? I want to tell you about Stack 'em Storage. They store your boat trailer in a secure warehouse out of the elements, and here's the cool thing. Stack 'em Storage will pick up your trailer from you, store it in a secure warehouse, do a 5-point safety inspection, and deliver it back to you where and when you need it. Call Captain Pat at 962-9605. Use promo code FAVOR, that's FAVER, and get your first month's rent free. Visit stackmstorage.com.
It's a unique gift idea, and it's perfect to add some fun to your work environment. Mystic Cornhole Company builds customized, high-quality boards right here in Jax. Visit their shop on Phillips Highway, or check out some of their design at mysticcornholecompany.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
I'm going to be spending this week recovering. I haven't gone that hard in a long time, man. Back to back to back nights. Too old for that, James. You got to build up that stamina.
Mm-hmm. It's not always the alcohol that does it. It's the lack of sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Mixed.
Yeah. No, I was going to say the mixture is not a good one, especially when the very next day you're on your feet running around all day. Like that's it's not.
What is your standard?
Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, but I made it through and we had a great time. So the collective. All right. So here's what it is. I kind of like that actually. It's kind of cool. So here's what QB Collective is there's so when you train a quarterback or when you develop a quarterback, there's a difference in the two, by the way. So when you develop a quarterback, like it's a little bit arrogant to think that you can do that all along.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That you can do that by yourself.
So develop is bring them up as a youngster.
Teach them every single thing, even as a college player, whatever. Like when you start looking at total quarterback development, you're looking at everything from, mechanics and how you play on the field to how you lead to nutrition to dealing with media, like all that kind of stuff. So,
so then what's training?
Just putting them through drills.
Oh, you're just a coach.
Yeah. I mean, I'm differentiating the two. A lot of people don't, but I'm differentiating the two. So if you come to like our group sessions, that's training. If we're doing, individual sessions with you, we're developing like that's, and for what we charge, we should be. So the QB Collective is basically there's me and Will, who is here with me by design. We're kind of like the hub. Jacksonville is kind of the hub for the training activities for you QB Collective. Indy is kind of the business hub. And then there's a guy named Ron Veal out of Atlanta.
Okay.
Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, like his list is impressive. And a guy named Danny Hernandez out of LA. And that's what we call pro coaches. And then there's a whole other subset of coaches that work the kind of the camp series, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So we are interchangeable. So if Will or I train somebody and they want to go out and see Danny in California, it's already built in. We can do that. Right? So we regular conversations, all that kind of stuff from the quarterback training. Well, the collective is also made up of, like, if we really want to develop somebody, we've got to learn game theory, and the highest level game theory is NFL. So there's at least, I don't even know how many, 30 NFL coaches were there this weekend. So college coaches wouldn't be able to work with these kids off their campus. NFL coaches can. And so we had NFL coaches there on the field with them a little bit, but mostly like in the film room. So we're talking offensive coordinators, quarterback coaches. We even had defensive coaches to talk defense with them. So when we talk about like QB Collective, just to give you an example, James, like these guys came into Indy. We did the whole camp at Lucas Oil Stadium. They got trained for 4 hours a day on the field. They had multiple presentations by NFL coaches off the field. They got defensive presentations by defensive coaches to teach them defensive game theory. I like Buffalo's safeties coach, Baltimore's linebackers coach. We brought Robert Mathis in.
Oh, wow.
To talk to them about, how rushers are trying to trap them and get to them, and even down to breaking down cadence and how they can get a jump off of cadence or a jump off of movement, especially with the claps now that people are using, like what they're actually looking for, where your weight is on your feet, or even down to like they showed this amazing film of running backs and the different way their head searches in pass plays as opposed to run plays. And run plays, they're kind of straight ahead, looking at the hole. Pass plays, they're kind of scanning, looking for their blocking assignment. So they started showing, like Robert Mathis was saying, hey, if I see a running back and his head's scanning and I've seen it on film, man, I'm bumping all the way wide and I'm pinning my ears back and going. And so they're teaching this to quarterbacks. They told amazing stories about how Indy got after Kurt Warner because they caught a tail that he had and hit him 31 times in the game. Yeah. Yeah.
You learned that tail, though.
Oh, yeah. So when we talk about QB Collective, that's what that is. So it's a collective of people, collective of coaches, developers, things like that all come together. And then what we did in Indy was we brought the top 50 9th and 10th grade, upcoming 9th and 10th grade quarterbacks in the country into Indy to train. They don't pay. Right. So this is free. And then in July, we take the juniors and seniors to Los Angeles.
Was Cooper Manning there?
It was not.
Oh, I think he might
would
be
in the
older.
junior.
Yeah, he'd be. Yeah. But the talent was like stupid, absolutely stupid. There, it's good stuff. I mean, like Tom Pelissero was there, right? Talking to them about media training. We had 247, The Athletic, like all of them there to help them through with that type of stuff. So when you are talking Thursday,
so you guys are responsible for why they're all boring interviews.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Tom Pelissero is a traitor.
Absolutely, man.
Because all these kids, like, the ones that they interview at media days, high school media days, just in this area. So I'm not even talking about like kids that play for Notre Dame or anything or committed to Notre Dame. I'm talking about kids that are committed to like go play football at West Florida or whatever.
Oh, James and I did it.
And they're talking like they're NFL players.
They're trained early, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're they're trying to like.
Yes, sir.
They're trying not to have one that's nervous.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand how hard it is to talk to somebody on the interview without, like, we're used to it now. We're in it. Like,
but I'm talking like personality less, like no personality.
No, I'm saying like most of the kids don't, like when we did this, we did it with
trying
City
to not show it.
Well, but they're just afraid. It's like going to a job interview, like a real job. That's what their parents have only taught them. Their parents only know one type of interview. It's a job interview. So like you go, yes, sir. No, sir.
That's exactly what they do too.
But then, like when we did the City Streets to student athletes, and there was some kids that like Jalen Rivers, Chance, like a lot of these guys who went on to big schools. They did that, and then we were like, all right, man, come on. No. This is how we're going to do this. This is how you can get your point across and still be respectful, but let people see who you are at the same time. And that takes reps. That takes also feeling comfortable with the interviewer.
True.
Like, so, and the interviewer has to ask you questions to make you feel like you can get out of your comfort zone. So, but I think we sometimes like forget. Like, perfect example is this, and it's the reps help. So like Leon Washington, local guy, my teammate. Leon at 18, well, Leon in college, his freshman year, and Leon now, two complete. Like, not just age, like even Leon 4 years later, the way he talked was night and day. Like, I remember he had to leave miss a mat drill because somebody passed here. And like, hey, Cor, I ain't gonna be here, man. I gotta go from. It was like, and everybody said, you got to go to a what? Funeral, coach. I got to go to a funeral. If you listen to Leon, like, that's not an embellishment. That is what Leon sounded like. But now Leon's a coach in the National Football League. And if you hear him talk, you're like, wow, that guy, he's impressive. So
Fred Taylor, same way.
Right.
Difference between now and Fred Taylor. By the way, one name from the camp to just watch out for. Jaden Davis.
He's committed to.
He's not committed. He's only going in 10th grade. He's got Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State. He'll have everybody. This kid is.
Where's he from?
South Carolina, Fort Mill, South Carolina. Yeah, really stinking good. And then that next class, probably the 3 of the top 5 are all from this area.
South Carolina, like
So
low
the one
key,
kid was
brings out
Colin
crazy
Hurley.
athletes.
Yeah,
Lachlan
Trinity.
Hewitt.
College Trinity, right?
Yep. Lachlan Hewitt, who's going to be at St. Augustine, and Tremel Jones. Like 3 guys that are all going to be
Where's
4-star
Tremel Jones
veteran.
from?
I don't know where he's going to go to high school yet. I think Creekside.
Okay, that's the kid. Tremel is the one that I was telling you that
smooth.
Yeah.
So smooth. Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll find something good to talk about.
And on the 8th day, God created 1010XL. And he was pleased.
It's a miracle! This is outrageous!
But it sounded good.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
And Doug.
And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb.
All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs.
Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When I say famous, what comes to mind? Celebrities? Athletes? What about vehicle maintenance? Oh, okay, auto repair. Exactly. When I say fast and affordable care for your ride, why not get famous? And think about Famous Quick Lube. With 12 locations open 7 days a week, super fast service, and still famous. So get famous with fast, reliable oil change service starting at just $20. Now that's how you get famous. At Famous Quick Lube, servicing every customer like they're famous.
It's time to tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with these hot items for dads and grads. Featuring Ping G425 drivers and the new Ping 2021 putters. And don't miss these hot gifts from Bushnell, like the Tour V5 or the Tour V5 Shift with Pin Seeker technology. Or the Wingman with Bluetooth and audible GPS for distance. Swing by Edwin Watts Golf Shops and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, and shop us online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, it's Bert Cannon, Sports Commissioner at the First Coast YMCA. This summer, it's time to rediscover everything we've been missing. At the Y, we're committed to being your home for health and wellness and also a place for community, belonging, and a whole lot of fun in a safe environment. Now level up your game in the Y's new National Esports program. We offer the safest competitive video game experience through a private, moderated platform just for kids. Get details at fcymca.org.
If you're an experienced, skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $31.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's $45 an hour. Local 234 has been around for 120 years, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Captain Kevin Favor here at Tire Outlet is offering 10% off for Memorial Day. May 24th to June 4th, visit TireOutlet.com, shop for tires, and apply the discount code Memorial Day 2021 in the shopping cart and click Apply for 10% off.
Spring is here, and golf has never been more popular. If you'd like to learn the game or just get the rust off, call the PGA staff at Hidden Hills Golf Club, and we'll help you get in the swing of things. 620-0910 Hidden Hills.
Instant Keys offers honest professional locksmith service for lost or broken keys and keyless entry remotes. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. 722-1111.
You'll hear Pete Prisco, senior NFL writer for CBS Sports, every Friday on The Frangie Show, brought to you by Showtime, sports cards and collectibles.
If you love the sea and want to bring it home, stop in to Ocean Reef Pets in Neptune Beach. Ocean Reef now has instructional classes from beginners to experts. Learn from the best at Ocean Reef Pets. Follow us on Facebook for the full schedule. Ocean Reef Pets in Neptune Beach.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is in need of guitars, surfboards, jewelry, tools, and even firearms. Unexpected bills or just want some cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn pays top dollar. Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach, locally owned for 26 years.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. What's better than beer? Cold beer. Put your company logo on a custom koozie. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den, brought to you by thehumidor.com. Make sure you get to thehumidor.com for all of your cigar needs. Huge selection, low prices. Get over there now. Buy a ton. Type in Sports Den. When you check out, all one word, all lowercase, you'll get 20% off. Should we try to hit a Knicks game?
Of course.
So, JJ, tell me again. Are you predicting they will or will not get out of the first round?
I predict they're out. But it's going to be close. I mean, it was basically a toss-up 50-50 before Game 1. And Game 1 was a 50-50 toss-up, even with Julius Randle having, like, the worst game of his season. He's the best player on the Knicks. But I would assume from here that they're probably going to lose.
We need to make
73% of anyone in the NBA who's lost Game 1 loses the series.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But, I don't worry about the Lakers like
Who
that.
would they play the second round?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it.
Let me see. We have a sweet connect that we have not taken advantage of because of COVID, but they had 15,000 in there yesterday in New York.
And I believe that the city of New York or the state of New York, not sure which one, just said today that MetLife Stadium will be at full capacity and that by the middle of June, maybe early June or something like that, any game, baseball, basketball, is going to be full capacity. So if New York can do it, everybody can do it.
Yeah, right. Right.
It's awesome seeing Braves games, just the highlights of a packed house and when Acuna hits a homer and just everybody going crazy. And
I was
back
wrong.
to normal.
I was wrong about baseball. I thought baseball was going to be the one least affected by not having fans watching the games. But I was wrong, man. I had a hard time watching baseball with no fans in the stands.
Now that I watch baseball with fans in the stands, when I watch the other sports that don't have fans yet, I'm like, this sucks worse than I thought it did.
Agree.
Watching some of these NBA games in LA where they still are barely letting any fans in. And they're all sitting spread out and they're not close to the court. That's the thing. A lot of these NBA arenas have had fans in there for most of the season, a select amount, but they're so far away from the court.
You just can't see.
Yeah.
By the way, the Knicks would play the Bucks.
Oh, so we get to see the Greek Freak?
Yeah.
That would be sick in person. I mean.
And it's definitely going to be the Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
The Bucks are embarrassing Miami. They're about to hit 100, and there's still 2 minutes left in the third.
Giannis is probably one of those guys that we would never really appreciate unless we saw him in person.
Yeah.
Just how insanely huge he is and dominant.
Yeah, he's so good. So good. Yeah, I'm getting into I'm actually into baseball more this year than I haven't been in the past.
Same.
I don't know what it is. But I am starting to get into basketball a little bit. I think the PGA Championship, I'm not alone. Everybody thinks that's the lesser of the majors.
Yeah, but it was awesome. Them moving it I think it's done it pretty well.
Yeah,
Done
but
pretty
when
well for
you
itself.
log on to Twitter and all you see is golf news, you know something just happened.
I was following JJ a little bit because like
I wasn't
it's
tweeting
not
yesterday.
was it JJ? No, I think it was maybe it was
The only thing I said about
somebody else.
golf was I hate Phil.
No, that's what I saw. So I saw you say you hate Phil, and then a bunch of other Phil, like you know how the Illuminati does. You read one thing, and
Of course.
and then we were talking about the PGA Championship, or we were talking about golf on Friday a little bit. And then I talked about how he looked. I like the way Phil dresses, and I guess Phil wasn't doing well at some point, and then he like just played lights out toward the end.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. Unfortunately, yesterday there was nobody that really came up and challenged him, from that second spot. Like I was hoping, like at the beginning of the day, he bogeyed immediately on hole 1 and Koepka birdied immediately, which put Koepka in the lead immediately. So you're like, oh, he's going to run away with this. 50-year-old Phil is going to fall back. Like he was definitely struggling. And then Koepka, I think it was on 4 or 5, had maybe a 4-foot putt for birdie, missed it. And Phil didn't look back after that. He from the sand chipped one in on 5, and it was over from there.
We have to take another break?
We do.
Okay, let's take a break because I want to spend a little bit of time on this. I want to talk about when fans all get back into the stadium. Are we going to see like a rowdier? I think we are, like much rowdier. I think what we saw on the golf course is something to look forward to in football stadiums and all that. We'll get to that coming up next.
But first, let's meet our contestants. Behind curtain number 1.
Dan Hicken, Jeff Prosser, and Beat the Drill. Mornings on 1010XL.
It's true. Mortgage rates are still low. It's also true they won't stay low forever. Looking to save money and lower your monthly payment? True Mortgage is offering a 15-year fixed at just 1.75% rate, 2.140% APR with no third-party fees. That's right, a 15-year fixed at just 1.75% rate, 2.140% APR. We'll even pay your title, escrow, and appraisal fees. Yes, it's true. Save hundreds, even thousands now with low rates. Relax and feel confident you locked in a lifetime of true value. Call True Mortgage now at 800-706-2750. 800-706-2750. 800-706-2750. Or apply online at truenow.com. Sign on the line, Inc. DBA True Mortgage is located at 100 Spectrum Center Drive, Station 520, Irvine, California, 92618. Equal housing lender. Terms and conditions apply based on a loan amount of $400,000. Monthly principal and interest payments. Primary residence only with a 50% loan to value. Not all applicants will qualify. NMLS number MLD 1713.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
If you have a child interested in basketball or football, the Police Athletic League offers summer leagues where local police officers work to build positive relationships with the kids. You can sign up at jaxpalsports.org.
There is a critical need for all blood types. Please consider donating to one of the local blood donation centers.
The 5-Star Veterans Center of Jacksonville is the place homeless veterans can go to recover, recharge, retrain, and reconnect. Learn more at 5starveteranscenter.org.
Dreams Come True is a local wish-granting organization giving dreams and special times to local children battling life-threatening illnesses. Find out how you can help at dreamscometrue.org.
If you're involved in a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, find out how at 1010XL.com.
Fenwick Heating and Cooling has some important news. You have one more chance to lock in extra savings with Fenwick's Super Plumbing event. Take up to $200 off select plumbing services, plus get a free inspection of a water heater or garbage disposal with any plumbing service. And up to $89 value. Don't wait, save big on your plumbing projects. Call Fenwick now, 904-660-0556, or visit FenwickHomeservices.com.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows.
There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors and siding.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Jacksonville to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a sit-down with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Yeah, so I think my personal opinion on fans, once everything is opened up, it's going to be crazy. Like you were talking about JJ at the break, like how many fights do you see at games now? Like, and maybe some of that's because it's thinned out and the fights are more visible. People are catching it.
Yeah, so
that, but
at the Canelo fight specifically, where there was 75,000 people in the crowd, they were breaking out all over the place. Like I must have seen 1,000 videos
like,
of people.
How was the fight how was the crowd at the UFC fight?
Everybody was so rambunctious.
Yeah.
It was like, and so over in England, they haven't let fans back in yet, or in Europe in general. But last Saturday and Sunday and yesterday were the last days of the season over there for all the leagues pretty much. And there was like tens of thousands of fans outside of these stadiums, like when their teams were playing for an important game, like to win the championship or whatever. So there was just tens of thousands of people outside of these stadiums where you could hear them chanting and singing the entire game.
Cool. That's kind of cool.
It's stupid though, because like they're all together.
Well, I know.
Let them in.
I know that. I'm just saying that's kind of cool for the fans.
Of course.
Like that. I mean, I think college football is going to be amazing. Same with the NFL. Football in general is going to be amazing. Because even if you went last year, like it wasn't fun.
You had your mask on.
Yeah, you're sweating to death. Like you talk about unloading food with your mask on.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah.
I
just get the feeling like if you can't sell your stadium out this year.
At least in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like
so you're 0-5.
After when you're defeated, like it's kind of tough to keep I'm doing Notre Dame weekend selling out. Like, because I don't think maybe Miami weekend will be big just because of the rivalry, but I know everything else is up in the air. I don't know what to expect.
When you say selling out, you mean you're selling out? Or
yeah, like we're gonna have a big we're on the tailgate. We're gonna have a comedy show party. A lot of stuff for the foundation to raise funds and stuff. But
comedy show.
Yeah, one of my friends Benji has said that he will penciled in to do it. So a national comedian that's going to do something for you for free 99, and you can charge people for it. Like that's.
Why don't you have a concert? Why don't you?
That's what I mean. Like
no, a concert. Like my people don't want no trouble.
Oh, live.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that boy anywhere.
My people don't want no trouble.
That we're doing.
He would definitely kill the vibe.
Yeah, but we will have something after the comedy show. But
this is a bad conversation to start since we almost have to leave. What's the one act you would have there that you think you could possibly afford? Like the one hit wonder or something like that. That's like, man, I'd like to have him or them or her.
That I can afford it, that I would just love to have.
No, I know the
Boyz II Men
Jay-Z.
charging
Like,
right now?
No. You said one hit wonder. Like I can afford Jay-Z. You know, I mean, like somebody that
Bananarama.
Mark Morrison.
I don't even know who that is.
Return of the Mac.
Huh.
Like if I could get Mark Morrison, like if we were doing Doke After Dark, like they were doing before, I want.
What about Crisscross?
Did we have Chris? No.
Y'all had.
I thought we had Chris. No, we had
Who
one.
did y'all
I don't know.
have?
No, we had MC Hammer.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah, Hammer. Chris Cross. I thought any one of the kids, any one of the Crosses dead.
Izzy. So you could just
Y'all
have
had.
Chris.
Didn't y'all have Salt and Pepper too?
We had Salt and Pepper, Vanilla Ice, and Funky Cole Medina, which
Tone Loc.
the first year.
What's
And
Rob
then-
Bass up to?
That'd be good. Him, Father. Man, you know what? Now you got me thinking. But see,
Dom says 2 Live Crew.
Luke
He doesn't
can't
go to
perform
Florida State stuff.
in the city of Tallahassee because of things that he did.
Oh,
with
well,
Two
that's
Live
okay.
Crew.
Scratch that one out.
Because you can't have.
I think
adult
you should
chicken
have one of
wings.
them at your tailgate.
I would love to have 2 Live Crew.
No, just one of the other ones we named.
Oh,
Cisco.
that would be. I think he's. He's
He
commanding
plays for
a
the
little-
Jags.
Nobody's thought of a song more impactful than that one. I mentioned that a couple weeks
Our
ago.
song is one of the is in 20 years
Sparked
could be
the
our
greatest
anthem.
revolution ever.
Could be our national anthem.
You know, you were talking about how excited fans are going to be back in the stadiums. Do you know that Rain Man is going to week 1? Trevor at Tyrod?
Really?
Yes.
Well, I didn't even know Rain Man was here for the first hour because he was over there in the corner.
Yeah, he thinks that because I told him don't talk, that means
He has to hide.
like during the breaks you can still talk.
I know. I didn't even know you were here.
On the air.
I'd like to hear
when
from
we don't
you.
want you to talk.
Like, geez, he said something to me. I was like, wow.
Dude, you want to know, like, so people talk about, like, LeBron, change the topic, how LeBron fans are sensitive or whatever. Whew, I got Jordan fans in an uproar right now.
Oh, what'd you say?
Somebody posted a picture, posted like 5 pictures of MJ doing the exact same laying down as LeBron did. No context to their defense.
Yeah.
But I just screenshot it and I posted it up. I didn't say anything.
Just a photo.
Just the photos. Oh, you must not have been
You're such an instigator.
You must not have watched those games. I told one guy, I was like, no, I'm the generation that they directly marketed.
I
MJ
did watch
to.
all of those
Like,
games.
I know the song is stuck in my head. They made us drink orange Gatorade like it was actually delicious.
The thing that I've said that's triggered the most people about MJ was something very simple. And it wasn't even about his game versus LeBron or anything like that. It was last summer when the show was on, whatever it's called, Final Jeopardy or whatever it was. The Last Dance.
Yes, it wasn't Final Jeopardy.
So all I said was like, if you're below the age of 35, don't tell me how good MJ was. That's it. And I had people freaking out because they had to rethink their whole life. They're like, you're right. I'm capping for this guy I've never even seen play ever. Not even on YouTube. Because I know people don't go back and watch games on YouTube like I did during quarantine. But that got people all in their emotions.
I think the thing that you say that gets people most fired up is your Kobe.
I think
analysis.
Kobe is a top 10 player. I just think it's the latter half.
Yeah,
Like
that's
8,
the thing that
9.
you get people fired up. Somebody said you got to have spot 'em, got 'em at your tailgate.
You know what? I could actually get spot 'em, got 'em.
What about the guys from the
No.
golf course?
No. I do enjoy that song.
I do enjoy that song.
But you don't want the cops at your
I don't want
tailgate.
none of the problems that might come with
A
that.
mass shooting.
But spot 'em, my little god brother is actually his tour DJ. So like that's actually
could
within
happen.
realm. But nah.
I think we should make this happen.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Smokey Robinson.
Smokey. Now, okay.
He's too expensive.
Listen,
I'll put in on
I'll
it.
put this. Hold on. What's the boy name? My people don't want no trouble.
Oh,
if you can learn this song, and you can sing this song as a cover
band.
I will invite you. We will pay you a fee. We will get you to do that, but you have to sing this song.
That's a great deal.
Love it. Cover band at the tailgate. All right, we got to run. We're off tomorrow night. We're back on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock.
We'll talk soon.
Just bang, bang.